What's up guys, it's your favorite Kiwi coach. Welcome back to another video. In this particular video, I'm going to be giving you the 3 reasons why you're not getting better at golf. So without further ado, let's go do this thing. So welcome back to the channel guys. You guys are new to Kiwi Golf Japan. We do a bunch of videos like this every single week. So what you gotta go do is hit that little red subscribe button, smash the like button, please leave me a comment. Let me know what you guys think about these 3 things I'm going to talk about in this video. And as always, hit that little bell notification. You guys are getting notified every single time we drop a video. So getting into the first reason why you are not getting better at golf, and it's really the processes that you're putting in place to get better at golf. Specifically, when we're talking about practice, we're seeing a lot of my clients who, even if we do give them a structured practice plan, they don't follow the practice plan. That means you're trying to change your golf swing, but still trying to change the same way you've always tried to change. And if you don't understand what that means, well, that is the definition of delusional. So if you don't want to be delusional, make sure when you are actually trying to change your golf swing, maybe the way that you've always tried to change is not the correct way, and you should try to do the way that we either introduce or maybe another instructor or whoever is trying to introduce to yourself. Reason number 2, you are not using the correct measurements to see if you're getting better at golf or not. See, golf is a very difficult game, and at times it's incredibly difficult to measure if you're getting better or if you're not, because a lot of you guys out there use the measurement of score to see if you're actually getting better or not. And however, in the long term, yes, score will definitely indicate if you're getting better or not, but in the short term, it's actually going to be really difficult to tell just by score alone if you're actually getting better. So what does that mean? Well, that means that we have to have better ways to measure if we're getting better. So specifically, let's talk about the golf swing. If we're trying to get better at the golf swing, well, what do we need to know? Well, we need to know specific checkpoints as well. We need to know where we were before we started practicing versus where we are after we started practicing. So again, we have the specific P1 through P10 checkpoint system. Let's take position 4, for example, and let's take a micro movement of, let's say, an overswing. If you currently had, let's say, X overswing, where the club head was way below the hands and kind of going behind the back almost, well, if you had a specific checkpoint of it needs to be this high above the hands or this short of a golf swing, and then you actually measured and you started getting better, that would show you short term if you're actually getting better at what you're trying to do. Now, if you had just used score in that situation, you might have started shooting worse. So then you would have thought that, hey, maybe this is not the best thing to do. However, you have to trust your instructor or whoever's helping you that overswing and changing it will help you in the long run. However, short term, use a different way to measure if you're actually getting better than score. Let's talk about on the course. What if you're trying to hit more greens in regulation? Well, if you just track your greens in regulation, it might show that when you're working on something new that your greens in regulation actually dipped and it got worse. However, are you looking at it the right way? And this is the way I'd love for you guys to look at it. If I'm hitting a green, the first thing I want to know, hey, where is the pin on the green? Where is the trouble around the green? Where is the wind? What type of lie do I have? What shot am I trying to hit? Where am I trying to start the golf ball? Once I have all those data points, then I can hit the shot. From there, I then measure those data points and I start writing it down, I start tracking it, and that would actually be a better way to see if I'm progressively actually getting better at my iron shots. And again, please make sure you do that. Reason number 3. A lot of you guys out there are under the impression that you want to change your golf swing or you want to change your golf score. However, do you really want to change? And let me kind of break this down further. See, I look at everything in actions, and if a player tells me they want to actually change their golf swing or if they want to change their score, and then I actually recommend a practice plan and then you don't do the practice plan, to me, that actually leads me to believe that you don't want to get better, right? Because your actions are not matching what you're actually saying out of your mouth. And that is one of the biggest reasons why a lot of you guys are not getting better out there. It's because you guys actually really don't want to get better, or else your actions would be a whole lot different. So you're probably thinking to yourself, like, Kiwi coach, well, how do I actually take action? Well, if you're not taking action, again, one of the root things because of that is you're probably not confident in what you're currently working on. If you're not confident in what you're currently working on, that shows me that you're not educated enough to actually see what you need to work on. So if you're not educated on what you need to work on, you need to do a whole lot more studying, and you need to figure out what actually makes the golf swing work or what actually makes you score lower, etc. And you got to go out there and do the research. Or you could maybe go to a golf instructor, and then you're going to have to trust that golf instructor. But if you don't trust the golf instructor, then you're going to have to go out there and do the research on yourselves, right? So that'd be the first place that you can actually take action. Next, the second thing that you need is a really clear endpoint, and that can't just be a score, that can't just be like changing the swing. You have to have a really clear, precise endpoint. To give you guys an example of this, not only do I want to shoot in the 70s, I want to be able to shoot in the 70s if I play 10 rounds, 7 out of those 10 times. And then the other rounds that I'm not shooting in the 70s, I want to just be barely shooting in the low 80s, almost shooting in those 70s. Also, on those rounds that I'm shooting in the 70s, I want to hit this amount of greens, I want to do it this way, I want to have this golf swing, I want to hit the golf ball this far. And again, I'm being really precise on how I want to shoot in the 70s, not just I want to shoot in the 70s. So again, you got to have a very clear, specific goal if you actually are going to want to take action, because if you don't see the future, you're obviously not going to take the first step, and it's not going to happen. So that's it for this video. Again, I don't want to get too preachy on you guys, but again, those would be the 3 reasons on why you guys are not getting better at golf. Really kind of the main point of this is you got to be sure of what you're doing. You got to make sure that you educate yourselves if you're not going to want to trust someone out there. And then from there, make sure that you have something clear that you're working towards. If you guys can do that, you guys are going to be fine. You guys are going to get better. A lot of our clients who do get better, they do have those things intact. Typically, those clients as well are typically also very successful in another field in their life as well. So if you guys can do that, make sure to do it. Other than that, make sure to like, comment, subscribe, share, all that good stuff. Check out the website links down below, and I'll see you guys in the next video.